The Scoop, The Scoop, The Scoops. With opinions and passion. This is The Scoop.
You're not going to know about it because DePino didn't think it was important enough to inform you. She has essentially turned this into a de facto homeless shelter, folks. I saw primarily a bunch of homeless people in there.
The Scoop. The Scoop. Sponsored by PhilsGang.com. Only $49.95 a month.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News Show. This show is unscripted and unedited. Thanks to the guys out there at PhilsGang.com for sponsoring this program every Saturday at 1 p.m. You should check out Phil Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3 and become a financial guru with some of Phil's knowledge of the financial industry. I have a few issues to talk about this beautiful Saturday. As usual, I was not sure what direction to go in. But I'm in Italy, and I'm recording from the studio here. And one thing I noticed, and it sort of segues into the subject that I want to cover, which is basically fortified cereal that is fortified with weed killers. But I'm over here in Italy, and the meat, the quality of the food is so much better. And I was talking to my sisters and everyone, and I said, what do you guys call organic? What do you consider organic? And they're like, well, everything's organic. Everything's naturale here. And I noticed such a better quality of the food. They don't use what they call medicina, which is the testosterone and all the different things that are shot into the chicken. Because I constantly will go into Publix, a local shopping center. When I go in there, one thing that drives me crazy about Publix is I'll go in, I'll pick up chicken. And I always get the Greenwise, and I'm just in the middle of researching exactly how organic is Greenwise, or is it just say Greenwise and lead me to believe, hey, it's organic, it's naturale. Then I'll see on there that it says never frozen. So I brought it to the manager. I'm like, okay, why does this say it's never frozen yet? Every time I pick it up, it's frozen solid. And she says, oh, we don't freeze it. It's just the way they ship it. Those people might freeze it. And what happens is you get this real tough chicken. And which is part of the reason why we got away from, one of the many reasons we got away from eating this chicken with testosterone shots and everything else and went to organic. And yet that is tough too. And then I found out they're buying it from third-party vendors, and they sort of lower the scale for what is good, what kind of meat they consider good enough to be organic to put out to their consumers. And now we're stuck where I'm like, every time I buy chicken at Publix, it's horrible. It's tough. It's not worth eating. And I just started going on all this food stuff, and it was sparked by this Fruit Loops article that I was reading out there, and it talks about how they're now fortified with weed killer and GMOs. And, a good thing to look at is there's a picture. I put it out a few times on my Educate Inspire page where you got an individual out there, and he's all dressed up. He's wearing white garment. He's got a mask on, a white garment mask over him, and he's spraying weed killer everywhere. And yet, it's this Roundup herbicide, and yet that's the same food you as a consumer have no problem eating. And why is that? Why are we so dumbed down as a society that we think it's acceptable to go out and eat this food that has Roundup, that this guy has to wear full protective gear on when he's spraying? I mean, have you ever sat down and thought about that? And what got me thinking is the cereal. My kids, I have 2 daughters. They love eating their cereal. So you got Fruit Loops and other cereals that weren't already poor enough choices with all that sugar, dyes, and artificial flavors, and no fruit. I mean, how often do you see Fruit Loops? Call me crazy, but I've never seen it. I don't see apples floating around in there. Now, independent testing has shown that these ingredients aren't the worst thing that Kellogg's is serving up. That's right, the cereal also contains Roundup herbicide. What a surprise. Glyphosate in your cereal with a little milk. The kids will enjoy it. Genetically modified corn. Oh, yeah, that's in there too. But then what isn't genetically modified corn in? Everything essentially is GMO modified corn out there. I don't know if there is any naturale. Oh, and not just a little bit of GMO corn. We're talking 100%, folks. And this should concern you. If you've done your research and you hear GMO and Monsanto, you should be very concerned, very hesitant to take that bowl of Fruit Loops with the milk and feed it to your young child that you love. So we got this independent DNA lab test, and they verified that 100% of the corn in Kellogg's Fruit Loops is genetically modified. It contains this, what they call the DNA sequence. and it's known to present an insecticide that produces BT and Roundup Ready corn. Aren't you excited now? Are you still pouring that bowl of cereal for your kids this morning? The soy also contains DNA sequence that's known to present in Roundup Ready GMO soy. Is it any wonder, folks, that we're in the midst of some gigantic cancer cluster in our country? Think about it. And no wonder children have behavioral issues like ADHD or ADHD, whatever the acronym is. No wonder people are fat, exhausted, sick. Typical Americana, huh? And it's no longer an exaggeration to say that this stuff is poison. No, it isn't, is it? It's now a proven fact, folks. And for those of you who think the word poison is an exaggeration, a conspiracy type thing, let's be clear on exactly what glyphosate is, if I can pronounce the word. It's weed killer, folks. It's weed killer. That same thing that guy is spraying with full protective gear on. There's irrefutable proof of toxicity and the death from glyphosate. Study after study have shown that this glyphosate, I can't say the word, glyphosate, increases the breast cancer cell proliferation in the parts per trillion range. Are you concerned yet? Are you still going to pour that bowl of cereal for little Johnny after this alarming new study? The world's most widely used herbicide, due to its widespread use in genetically engineered agriculture, is capable of driving up estrogen receptors. Estrogen receptors that mediated breast cancer cell proliferation. This should startle you. This should concern you. Yet you're still going to go out. Many Americans, they're going to listen to this show. They're going to go out and still buy Fruit Loops. They're going to still buy Lucky Charms because they feel lucky. The luck of the Irish. Another study out there. It found that this consumption of this glyphosate causes intestinal and gut damage, which opens the doors to, numerous human diseases, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Hey, but you're enjoying it, right? What's the big deal? You know, as the toucan says, follow your nose. It always knows. If you want to follow your own nose to the blatant corruption, you need to go no further than the stench of the fact that this is perfectly fine with the FDA, the USDA, and the EPA. You know, those noble guardians of our health that are looking out for our best interests, for you and little Johnny as he eats his cereal. So if you trust them, don't worry about it. Eat all the weed killer you want. Eat all the Kellogg's cereal you want. You know, Kellogg's, they spent over $1 million on media propaganda in California and Washington to defeat the voter ballot initiatives that would have required the labeling of GMO foods. And now are contributing again to the defeat of label initiatives in Oregon. If your kid eats this stuff in light of this information, it's time to make a change on the breakfast menu. A bowl of modified corn and wheat killer is not a healthy breakfast, is it? They might argue with you, and that's fine. Pull rank, of course. They like it. They think it tastes good. Kevin spent a lot of time and effort concocting this formula. Go ahead. Don't worry about that weed killer. Eat it up. But here's what I want you to do. If your kids, if they insist on eating this weed killer, this Franken food, stand strong. Say no. Pour them a bowl of oatmeal. Get them some oatmeal. Get them some toast. Get them something else. Why in God's name would you want to go out and contribute to your kids' demise through cancer, through Alzheimer's, and all their multitude of diseases? And we're not even touching on the sugar or the food coloring, folks. That's a whole other episode. So let's think about our kids and do what's right. Now, we're going to continue the show. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. We're probably going to get into the moral crisis of America right after these lovely commercials. We'll be right back.
Did you know that the stock market was up over 26% in 2013? Would you like to start making money in the stock market? For only $49.95 a month, Phil Grandy will teach and guide you on how to make profits on your investments. There are no contracts, no added fees. For only $49.95 a month, members have complete access to Phil's live training classes, daily market updates, timely alerts, and educational videos. Try philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. What makes professional traders and investors around the world successful? They are savvy. They do their homework. They look for the best deal, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers' platform and services are designed to minimize costs to help maximize returns. Interactive Brokers. Stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, worldwide from one account. See interactivebrokers.com for more information. interactivebrokers.com. I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grandy. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. It's just a 1% fee. They wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
They just told us right away that we're gonna house you, we're gonna feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced stock traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? philsgang.com is your #1 educational source for online stock trading and investing material with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell. When they buy, you buy. And when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with philsgang.com. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Scoop News Show with Frankie Abbruzzino, courtesy of the guys over there at philsgang.com. Check them out every Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3. You have to love that intro music, Italian music, and you know, it's funny, we're going to hit the moral crisis that's facing America, but my sister, I have a couple sisters that live here in Italy, and one of them told me, hey Frank, guess what? We're going to be playing that traditional music that you guys essentially just heard there, but more of a Southern Italian style. And they're coming over at night. And I said, oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm up for it. But what she didn't tell me, and what I lost in the dialecta conversation there, was that it's going to go until the next morning. And I'm super excited, as you can tell, about that one. So let's cover the moral crisis that many are facing in America. And it's not just America. This is the same crisis that they're facing throughout the globe. And I'm seeing it here in Italy. But it's back to America. It's hard to believe. In America today, we have 46% of all kids that live at home that have both a mother and father that are in their first marriage. What happened to the sanctity of marriage? You know, I myself, I've been married for over 25 years. We've been together for 29 years. And I guess it's not that hard to understand. Marriage can be hard and does take a lot of work. Oh boy, it takes a lot of work. To many people, they're not willing to put in the time. 15% of the people live at home that have two parents where at least one of them has been remarried. My daughters have many friends that their parents have been remarried. It's sad. The moral crisis. 39% of all U.S. kids are living in a home with just either a single parent or no parent at all. How many times have we seen that out there? These numbers are startling, folks. The traditional family that most of us took for granted growing up is dying. You know, that whole Brady Bunch scenario? Whatever happened to the Bradys? More Americans than ever are delaying marriage, having children out of wedlock, and rejecting that traditional family structure. And the question I have is this good for the kids? Would my kids be better off if I would have just said, hey, you know what, hon? You're really pissing me off today. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Would they have been better off? Is it good for the future of America? I'm here to say no, it isn't. This whole decay, the decay of the traditional family structure in the United States, is something that has been going on for a very, very long time. And the percentage of American children living in the traditional family home has just plummeted. And the primary reason for this whole change is the fact that attitudes towards sex, marriage, and child rearing in this country have dramatically changed since then. Americans, many of them are now delaying this marriage, and more may be foregoing the institution altogether. You know, the share of children born outside of marriage now stands at 41%. That's a startling number. It's up 5% since 1960. I was born in 66. And once upon a time, marriage was held in high honor, high esteem. Our young people were taught to look forward to being parents. And there was something sacred about sex. But these days, sex has become a national sport. Almost like volleyball, football. And our young people are trained that marriage should be put off for as long as possible. And having kids is a burden. You don't want that burden, that financial burden. And as a result, single Americans now make up more than half of the United States population. And this is for the first time ever, folks. And approximately 1 out of every 3 kids in the United States lives in a home without papa, old dad. And I got to tell you, it doesn't make for a good scenario. I know a lot of kids, with my daughters, they're teenagers. They have a lot of friends that come from a single home that don't really see their father. And they're getting in a lot of trouble. They don't have that father to sit there and kick them in the butt and say, you're not going out and doing this. I know better. I'm smarter. I've been there. I've done that. You can't fool me. When sex becomes a sport, it is inevitable that many people are starting to behave like animals out there. They're only concerned with their own personal pleasures. And that includes even some of the most respectable members of the community, like doctors, lawyers. Check out what one doctor in Florida did. He has been accused of repeatedly, get this guy's an idiot, repeatedly drugging at least 3 female patients with cocaine and sedatives, and then sexually assaulting them. What kind of idiot is this? Where did he get his license? A Cracker Jack box? A dime a dozen. In a normal society, something like that would be a national scandal. But since we are bombarded with news stories like this every single day, it's exhausting. It's hardly making a blip on the news. Meanwhile, the idea of having kids has become greatly undesirable to the larger number of younger kids out there, younger people out there. Obviously, younger kids. We don't want kids to have kids. It's ridiculous. Kids are considered by many to be financial burdens that destroy our freedom to have fun, enjoy our lives, go out there and get drunk, care about ourselves. Who wants to care about little Johnny? I don't want that burden. And this terrible attitude just manifests itself into the way that many of our young people are treating their kids. You know, there was a recent case. There was a man and his wife stuffed themselves full of food at the Golden Corral while their 4-pound baby girl died of starvation in her car seat out in a restaurant. I don't know if any of you guys read about that. Well, how about here in Italy? It was just on the news where a lady took a plastic strap around her baby and tied it and choked her baby. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with society? And this terrible attitude just continues to manifest itself. And it's concerning. Very concerning, folks. Especially these people going to Golden Corral. First of all, you got to question anyone that wants to go out and eat a buffet at Golden Corral. You got to think, hey, you in your right state of mind? You know, it's like going out and eat a buffet at Duff's. It's ridiculous. What should be done to a parent that stuffs themselves full of food at Golden Corral while their starving 4-pound baby girl dies in the car outside? What should we do? And sadly, this is a perfect metaphor for what's happening to our country as a whole, folks. And it's concerning to me. It should be concerning to you. We're going to discuss this whole moral decay, this whole moral decline further after these great commercials, which I know you're excited to hear. We'll be right back.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth, it's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's InvestYourself.com, InvestYourself.com.
Investors who want to maximize their opportunities and minimize their losses, turn to philsgang.com. Beginner or seasoned investor, philsgang.com is where you learn to invest using professional-level skills and strategies, regardless of your experience and investing goals.
Been a member for about a year, and this year I'm up around 60% on my portfolio.
I'm a new gang member. I'm up like 15% in 3 months. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
For only $49.95 a month, you will have access to all Phil's Gang programs, special alerts, the daily investing class, and all material is archived. So why don't you take care of your financial opportunities with philsgang.com? Operators are standing by. Simply call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com today.
At philsgang.com, we're here to help you build a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security. Phil's Gang's technical chartists Phil Grandi and Donald Cogswell are dedicated to helping you and guiding you to make profits in the stock market. For over a decade, philsgang.com has been empowering Phil's Gang members to take control of their financial lives. We're proud to offer knowledgeable investment guidance, powerful trading tools, and investing resources that help you pursue your goals with confidence. philsgang.com has daily live webinar trading classes. They post alerts on market moves. They have tons of stock charting educational videos, and all philsgang.com material is archived. Whether you're an active trader or long-term investor, philsgang.com gives you everything you need to research stocks, place trades, and manage your portfolio. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Please grab a pen and paper or type this into your phone. InvestYourself.com. For the best free financial newsletter on the planet, go to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. Hi, my name is Bob Renier, and for over 20 years I've been publishing InvestYourself.com, and I guarantee this is the only newsletter that provides the truth, it's easy to read, and it's free. Consider this. The feds have just ended the QE program in this country, but Japan and Europe continue to print money, and all of this affects our stock market in ways you've never seen before. I invite you to sign up at InvestYourself.com. Our absolutely free newsletter will help guide you through what's really affecting our markets instead of the nonsense you hear from the mainstream media. For over 20 years, people have called it the best free newsletter on the planet, and I think you'll agree. Take a moment and go over to InvestYourself.com and sign up today. It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's InvestYourself.com, InvestYourself.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandi of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-4264.
Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News Show, and I am here courtesy of philsgang.com. Check them out. They sponsor this program, and we need to show them some respect. Check them out. Listen to them. Watch them on his site, philsgang.com, every Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3. I thought, okay, like I told everybody, I'm over here in Italy, and we're going to continue this moral decay conversation, but I thought I'd throw a little bit of stuff in that I'm seeing over here, and I haven't been back to see my sisters in about 2 years. And another thing I've noticed, and it's a good thing for Illuminatis out there. And what they're doing is they're brainwashing. They're zombifying the young Southern Italians. I'm used to being in Rome, and I stayed in Rome a little bit, and I'll see people on their phones. It's normale, as they would say. But here, I came, and normally we sit down, you have lunch, and you sit at this table, and it's like a full-course dinner. Normally, it's my two sisters, my little cousins, or nephews and nieces, and my stepmom, and we all sit there and talk. Well, this time, my sisters were playing on their little iPhones, and I'm sitting there just looking at my stepmom, Maria, and we're drinking our homemade vino, and we're just wondering, I was wondering, what's happening? The zombification of Italy. My nephews were even on phones. These are people that 2 years ago did not have these iPhones. They never even used them. They didn't know what Facebook was 2 years ago. And that's how rapid this decline is occurring here in southern Italy. And it's concerning. But back to the moral decay of America. You know, we have become this exceedingly selfish, self-centered society that seems to care very little that we are literally destroying the future of this America, this country we've all loved. We are stealing trillions of dollars from the future generations and destroying what was once a great economy, the greatest economy in the history of the world, just to make ourselves feel a little bit better so that we're a little bit more comfortable in our present. We don't care about our kids. We don't care about all that debt we're running up. We stand by and do nothing while we have politicians flush the U.S. Constitution down the toilet like it's toilet paper and construct this big brother police state all around us. We have become a nation of sheeple, of zombies that are so addicted to entertainment. You know, what's next on, those stupid reality shows my wife watches, The Housewives of New York, or whatever they are, The Housewives of Miami. I don't even know their names. We're so addicted to that entertainment that we can't even see how our society is just rotting away, how it's decaying into thousands of different ways all around us. The sheeple, the zombies. Do you know what people seem like they have had their souls just sucked out of them? The life just sucked away. And that sounds very much like what has happened to tens of millions of Americans. And like I said at the beginning of this segment, it's starting to happen here in southern Italy. When you look into their eyes, it doesn't look like anything is even there. They're zombified. And that's because who they once were is now dominated. It's now controlled by the overwhelmingly powerful matrix. You know, that matrix that's being constructed all around us. And it took for a while when I was blind, before I could see, before my eyes were open, before I was awake. I watched that movie, Matrix. And I didn't get it. Now I get it. I understand. And we just need to open our minds, open our eyes, and see. That's all we have to do, people. Today, Americans are more plugged in than ever before. You know, like the average person, the average Americana. We watch 153 hours of TV a month, in addition to spending countless hours watching movies, playing video games. My oldest daughter's boyfriend, he missed going to the fair just before I came to Italy. They missed going to the fair that morning. Why? He pulled an all-nighter playing video games. 19. Love the kid. Great kid. But really, playing video games all night? Listening to music. I wish more people would read books. My producer, he reads books like crazy. Doesn't even have a TV. That's a good thing. Surfing the internet. Now, in the end, all the programming turns many of us into what? You said it. Virtual zombies. And that is the way the elite like it. They want us controlled. And unfortunately, it's spreading all over the globe. Like I said, here in southern Calabria, southern Italy. They're controlled. They're controlled zombies. I feel so sorry for my sisters and what they're venturing into. Sadly, most parents don't even bother to pay attention to what those video games are actually teaching our kids. What those TV programs are actually teaching our kids. And we can see the consequences all over the country. Meanwhile, Americans are becoming increasingly disinterested in things that really matter, such as faith, family, the Constitution. You know, that damn Constitution. Nobody pays attention to it. Who cares, right? Instead, many of our spoiled young people are self-obsessed narcissists that loudly complain on social media. You know, those keyboard tough guys. When they don't get the electronic gadgets they were expecting for Christmas, they get all upset. You know what? This is funny, too. As I review this, my sister told me a real interesting story about her son, Amadeo, my nephew. The kid's 9 years old. He looked under the tree, didn't see any presents. They said, "Hey, where's your present, Ami?" He said, "I don't know. I didn't get anything. You know, Papa Natali didn't bring anything." Well, they gave him a box, and in it was a phone. They spent, I think she said, 110 euro on it. He was amazed. He started crying. He goes, "No, I can't take this. It's too expensive." "No, it's yours." And he started crying. He's like, "Wow, this is one of the greatest gifts." My sister was telling me this, and I said, "Jesus, my kids get upset if they don't have 40 gifts under the tree." amazing. But it isn't the end of the world if Santa doesn't bring you the latest iPhone, folks. I don't want you to think it is. No, life goes on. Americans today, especially young people, have such a warped view of reality. It begins at a very early age. And one of the biggest culprits of it is that damn school system. Common Core idiots. In this day and age, our public schools have essentially become a government indoctrination center that train our children to let the Matrix take over. It's a good thing. Let the Matrix do your thinking for you. You don't want to think for yourself. What was that movie, Divergent? They didn't like the Divergents. They wanted to hunt them out because they were free thinkers. They couldn't be controlled. They are taught that they are just highly evolved animals that are here only as a result of some giant cosmic accident. You know, that morality, values are all just relative. And as a result, many of your young people just do whatever they want. Do whatever is right in their own eyes. And at this point, many of them have consequences or consciences and have been seared beyond recognition. Our society is breaking down thousands of different ways, and it's driving me nuts. And we can just see this evidence all around us. It's sad. Instead of coming together as a nation, anger, hate, division, it continues to fester and grow. And all this anger, all this angst, all this hate, all this division is being fueled by talking heads on TV. You know those goofballs. It is becoming exceedingly apparent that most Americans no longer think of themselves. Rather, most conversations in America today consist of exchanging sound bites, phrases, ideas. Fictional zombies that usually consist of brains. American zombies that usually consist of something that will feed our addictions. So yes, say yes to the parents that starved their precious little kid out at Golden Corral. They shoved food in their face. You know, food slobbering everywhere. It was sick. It's disgusting. How cold-hearted do they have to be to do such a thing? How could anyone neglect such a precious baby girl like that? It's sad, isn't it? Inside Golden Corral, parents had access to endless buffets, shoving it in their face. But they didn't even bang poor Betsy inside. What a sham. All right, folks, we're going to be back to talk about this, and I'm going to try to squeeze in another subject, too. We'll be right back after this commercials.
Did you know that the stock market was up over 26% in 2013? Would you like to start making money in the stock market? For only $49.95 a month, Phil Grandy will teach and guide you on how to make profits on your investments. There are no contracts, no added fees. For only $49.95 a month, members have complete access to Phil's live training classes, daily market updates, timely alerts, and educational videos. Try philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. What makes professional traders and investors around the world successful? They are savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers' platform and services are designed to minimize costs to help maximize returns. Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, worldwide from one account. See interactivebrokers.com for more information. interactivebrokers.com.
Join the Phil's Gang Show every Friday for the Phil's Gang Show Business Roundtable segment. Phil Grande is the recipient of the prestigious Arthur Young Venture Magazine Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Phil's companies have been honored on the Inc. 500 list 2 years in a row. We're the fastest growing company in America. Now, Phil will share business knowledge, insights, secrets, and experience on how to build, buy, and sell a business. That's the Phil's Gang Business Roundtable segment, only on the Phil's Gang Show. Listen live at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com is a powerful online website for novice and experienced stock traders and investors who demand professional-grade online tools, superior customer support, and extensive investing education. Not sure how to trade or invest in stocks? philsgang.com is your #1 educational source for online stock trading and investing material, with daily webinars, individual charting videos, and programs customized to make you a smarter, more informed investor. It's as simple as following philsgang.com's Phil Grande and Donald Cogswell. When they buy, you buy. And when they short stocks, you short. In this volatile market, wouldn't it be nice to have someone guide and coach you to create wealth in the stock market? Well, you can with philsgang.com. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News Show, and I am back thanks to the courtesy of philsgang.com. Check them out every Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3, and become a financial guru. So we were just talking about the moral decline of America, and we were talking about little Betsy that starved out in her car as the parents were shoving food in their face at the buffet, all you can eat at Golden Corral. Exciting times. And we were discussing how we've become this somewhat of a selfish, a greedy, and in this case, certainly a gluttonous nation that doesn't care about others. And that always wants more for ourselves. Who cares about the rest of society? Do you folks realize that in 62, only 13% of all Americans were obese. But today, over 35% of Americans are fat. Obese. And it's being projected that 42% of all Americans will continue to be obese by the year 2030. Now, I don't attribute that just to the Golden Corral and selfishness and shoving food down your face. A lot of it's other issues, the processed food and some other stuff, and sitting around on your butt watching TV all day. Get up, go to the gym. And of course, it goes far, far beyond this whole physically gluttonous thing, like I was saying. Much worse is what we're doing to our future generations by accumulation of trillions of dollars in debt. People they view it and they say, what do I care about all that debt? It doesn't impact me. You realize our national debt for the country has increased about $1 trillion in 1980 to about $18 trillion today? That's colossal. This is money that we have been stealing from our babies, from our grandbabies, in order to make ourselves feel better today. That's what we call selfishness, folks. It is a crime of immense magnitude. But nobody's going to prison for it. No, nobody's getting shackled. Instead, the politicians, they just want to continue racking up even more debt that our kids, our grandkids, will be expected to deal with. At this moment, the U.S. national debt sits around, I don't know, 18 trillion, 43 billion, 862 million. It's so astronomical, I don't even want to talk about it. Hardly anyone ever talks about it. How it will affect future generations. And that is because we're just like the other parents that starved their 22-year-old baby to death. You know, little Betsy. We don't care about our future because we are greedy. Greedy little gluttonous pigs, right? And it isn't just government debt that's piling up. This whole total amount of debt in our nation has increased from $2.4 trillion 40 years ago to nearly $58 trillion today. Just like those crazy parents over there going crow, shoving food in their face. We're all in this great binge, this gluttonous binge. We are on the greatest debt binge in history. Because we are all heartless, we're all foolish. We're a nation that simply does not care, that we are destroying what was once a great economy, the greatest economy in the world. We've been entrusted with the future of America, and guess what? We're dropping the ball. We're starving them out because we're shoving our face. We've become a buy now, pay later society that only cares about what will make us happy at that moment. To most people, the future doesn't even seem to matter whatsoever. What do I care? Just look around. Our country's dying. You know, if our old forefathers, you know, those crazy guys that created that whole Constitution thing, if they could see us now, they'd be rolling in the graves. You know, millions of Americans shed their blood to give us these freedoms. I'm a vet. Many of my friends have shedded their blood. We enjoy it today because of them. Tens of millions of Americans spent their entire lives working incredibly hard to build the future that would come after them. But not us. We're just squandering it all away in just a single generation. How sad is that? And for the moment, most Americans are still oblivious to what's happening, and they're still out there partying. Hey, it's Saturday night. Let's go get drunk. Let's go watch college football. But that's all going to end soon, folks. This year, I believe within a year, events are going to be accelerated so greatly. You got Greece. You know, they're probably, they want to stay in the euro, but I don't think they will. The whole society's crashing in around us. You got the whole Ukraine society. You got gas at 45 a barrel. You know, many Americans are sitting there saying, oh, it's a good thing. But they're not seeing how it's impacted businesses all around us. As this is happening, our dancing is going to turn into mourning. And we're all going to be looking back, wishing we had done things differently. Man, I wish I would have seen this coming. Of course, not all parents are like that. I'm not saying all of you are. I'm not like that. Well, maybe sometimes I'm selfish. You know, most of us, we're out there, we're trying to do the best things we can do. Be the best we can be. But overall, our increasing rejection of the traditional family structure is putting a lot of financial strain on those that are raising kids. And this is especially true with single mothers. If you're a child and you do not live with two parents, you are far, far more likely to live in poverty. How many kids do you know that are living in poverty out there? I remember it was around Christmas. My wife and I got a call from a friend. I got this Scoop page, 60,000 followers, a reach of about 300,000. So people contact me with their sad stories all the time. And this one sticks in my head that we helped, and Donnie with Phil's gang, who was part of that. This one family that had 8 kids, I think 6 to 8 kids living in a hotel. They're both working, hard working, but guess what? They're working at McDonald's, flipping burgers, making minimum wage. You know, those jobs that aren't going to be around anymore because of amnesty. Everyone says, oh, Brandon had so much empathy for these poor kids. These poor kids are taking the American jobs. They're no longer going to be picking the tomatoes out of the field. They're going to be flipping the burger. And then what's that guy going to do? Come on, people, wake up. Our rejection of the traditional family structure is hurting the kids the most. But what's causing Americans to increasingly turn their backs on traditional family structure? That's the question. What can we do to prevent this? What do you think is causing this? What can we do to take action to turn this around? And what do you think that all this means to the future of America? I mean, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. I just don't. If you look at the numbers, they show once my economy is dying, and it's scary. I don't like what I'm seeing. While growing up, it seemed like almost everybody in America could obtain that American dream. When I was young, I rarely saw parents that were unemployed. I never heard of this whole food stamp thing. But it's all changed, hasn't it? The American dream is being transformed. In each passing year, more people are falling out of middle class, and we got the rich and the poor. There's no middle class. Something's gone horribly wrong. We're all pointing fingers and arguing with one another. Meanwhile, things continue to get worse. And I could go on and on. Inflation. I'm tired of Obama telling me there's no inflation. Go inside Publix and buy a damn hamburger and tell me there's only 1.5% inflation. Are you kidding me, as the great Phil Grandy would say? And don't get me going on those banksters. Maybe I'll cover that next week. They're screwing us all over. But don't threat. Obama's got it settled. He's got solutions for us. He'll continue to build that whole entitlement society. All right, folks. I'm running out of time. We could go on for hours with this subject. Check out my site, scoopnewsshow.com, for many videos and shows. And also check out philsgang.com. Remember, every Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3. I will see you next week from my studio in America. Everyone have a great day.
This has been the Scoop Radio Show, sponsored by philsgang.com.